It is September, and September is Suicide Awareness Month. Whew, it's such a tough topic. It's not talked about enough because, yes, people look at it as being dark, sad, and want to cry, but it's a topic that we need to have because a lot of Americans are dealing with this every day, okay? And we're dealing with depression in silence. And I want to share a few tips with you that I applied to my life, my mental health journey, that I pray that bless someone tonight. I'm not going to keep you long. You know, I like to get straight to the point. But if this is not for you, I want you to share it with your family, your cousin, your mom, your brother. It doesn't matter. Share this content with them because maybe I'm sharing some tips that can bless them, okay? So I will say a couple of years ago, I was in a very depressed state, okay? I don't know why. I just felt down, depressed, and it was to the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was like, this is too much. This is too heavy. I don't want to carry this, okay? And this is gonna be transparent. This is a transparent moment right now. I just wanted to completely give up, all right? I'm a mother with 3 beautiful children, but I could not understand why I was just feeling the way I was feeling, and it was becoming too heavy. All right. A lot of times when people think of depression, you're thinking depression is only when things are going bad or your money is low or bad relationships, right? Or something going wrong. But no, sometimes depression can hit you in the most beautiful places. All right. You could have money in the bank. You could have great relationships, and you are still feeling depressed, you're still feeling down, and you still feel like giving up, okay? A lot of times, you know how you cut on the news and you hear a celebrity that has committed suicide or try to harm themselves, and I hear a lot of people saying, why would they do that? I mean, this girl was beautiful, or this gentleman was handsome, or they had the followers on their social media pages, they were, famous. Why would they do that? Let me explain something to you. Depression doesn't matter gender, race, how much money you have in the bank, or I don't care how popular you are, depression can hit anyone, okay? I mean, it does not matter. And a lot of times people ask, well, how can a person commit suicide? You have these kids, like how could you do that? When depression hit you hard, it's hard, guys. Like it feels like a heavy blanket that you cannot take off. Like it's really heavy. It works on your mental, okay? And it's just something that's so simple for someone to get up, take a shower, brush your teeth, get ready for work. Somebody dealing with depression, that becomes a task. There were times where I didn't even want to get out the bed. This is a transparent moment. I didn't want to get out of the bed. I didn't want to brush my teeth. I didn't want to shower. I just want to be by myself, isolated, and just be completely depressed. But let me tell you what is dangerous, what I was doing. In public, you would have had no clue that I was depressed. Oh no, baby, I'm laughing, I'm joking with you, I'm making you laugh. But when I got behind my closed doors, my 4 walls, I was a totally different person. Darn, did I waste that? Dang, I just wasted that. This is a serious conversation. Look, I'm wasting stuff and everything. I'm not going to edit that. Let me let y'all know how real that is. But yeah, listen, like I was just depressed. Okay. It could be somebody that's, the point guard on the basketball team, the top player for the football team. Okay. Somebody who's popular, making movies, and they're just as depressed. They're just as depressed. So I want to share a few tips with you that I applied to my personal life that really helped me on my journey. Okay. And I've had people ask me like, you sure you want to make this video because you didn't go to school for mental health? Let me tell you something, baby. Sometimes experience overrides schooling. Let me tell you what I did. First thing I did was I did not give depression an identity. Let me say it again. I did not give depression an identity. I did not make depression a part of me. And let me explain what I mean by that. The first thing I did was I stopped speaking that I'm a depressed person. I didn't say that anymore. I'm not a depressed person. I would say I'm not feeling like myself. Okay, I don't feel right. Something's not right. I am not okay. But I would not say that I'm a depressed person. You're not a depressed person. You're feeling down at the moment. Okay, for example, I have an anger issue. Oh, I'm just a mean person. No, you're not a mean person. I have a person that deals with anger, my feelings. This is something that I'm working on, okay? So I stopped giving it an identity. I'm not a depressed person. I am a person that is going to bring more awareness to my mental health. I'm not feeling okay, but I would not say that I'm a depressed person, okay? Number two, do not be afraid to say, you know what, again, I'm not okay and I need to seek help. A lot of times, people do not want to seek help. They're thinking, no, something's wrong with me. I don't want people to find out, or, no, counseling is just not for me. Listen, counseling is dope, and I can't say it enough. Counseling is dope. Seeking help is important. Okay, if someone's out there and they can help you and they're experienced in this area, there's nothing wrong with seeking help. Seek that help. Okay. Another thing I had to do was I had to put my mental health first. Now, remember, I'm a mother, I am a wife, I have children, I work full time, but I had to say, listen, I have to put my mental health first. I had the conversation with my kids to say, listen, mom does not feel like herself. Mom needs to figure some things out. You're going to have to give me some space to do that. I started delegating tasks. Things that people can do around the house, I started giving it to them. At work, I started doing what was important. If I can't get to a certain task today, I'll do it tomorrow. I didn't want to put too much on my plate because I'm already dealing with a lot. Okay, when you're dealing with your mental health, everything else is just like, it just slows down. Like nothing matters because I can't be 100. I can't be productive. I can't do anything if I'm not right mentally. Okay, so that is the first. I gave you 3 steps right there. The first thing I said was, I am not a depressed person. I'm not going to give depression an identity. I'm not doing that because you are not me. You're not, I'm not even going to say you're a part of me. You're not. I spoke it. I'm not going to claim that. Okay, I said, I'm not feeling like myself. I am not okay. And then I'm going to seek help. And the first thing I did was I spoke to my physician. Hey, I'm not feeling like myself. I need to speak to a counselor, but I want to let you know as well. Let your doctors know. If you have a counselor, let them know that, hey, I need to seek help. The third thing is the ones that are around you, the ones that love you, the ones that have your back, the ones that want to see you succeed and make sure that you're okay mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Have that conversation with them and let them know, hey, I'm not feeling like myself. I'm not okay. And if you're the person that's the listening ear, do not just brush that off and say, okay, they'll be okay. No, if someone comes to you and say, listen, I'm not myself, be their voice. Hey, I'll help you find a counselor. If you need for me to go with them to their counseling sessions until they're comfortable and they can start going by themselves. Send them a text every once in a while and say, hey, I'm just checking on your mental. Go to their house. Spend some time with them. Okay? So yes, do not give it an identity. Do not give it an identity. Actually say, listen, I need help. Seek that counseling that you need. Speak to the loved ones that's around you, that loves you and that's going to have your back. Okay? Another thing that I did was, the best thing I did was I found a church that was going to feed my spirit because I really want to get more into my Bible, into my word. Okay? Because I felt empty on the inside. So I found a church that really, 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 really fed my spirit. Right? And then I brought it home in my personal time and I started studying the word for myself. Okay? And then listen, there's nothing wrong with trying to find your triggers. What happens where I started noticing that my attitude or my personality started changing? I started journaling. I'm telling you, when you start writing in a journal and then you go back and read, you can find some triggers, right? Like I'm saying, listen, the simplest thing would just set me off. Depression, anger. And you know, one thing that really stood out to me, I wasn't getting enough rest. You would not believe how much rest means. I was not getting enough rest. I'm working, kids, homework, husband, all of that, right? I was not getting enough rest. So I start making that a priority. My phone goes off. They say, okay, it's bedtime. I'm cutting everything down. I'm shutting everything down. And I went to bed. And I started making sure that I was getting enough rest each night. You would be surprised the food you eat, right? I was eating junk food. I'm eating fast food. When I start eating more vegetables, drinking more water, getting my rest, I start walking, okay? And then sometimes just walking alone and allowing myself to think was helping me. That was helping me. And I'm just sharing with you what I started doing for myself. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I still have my moments where I'm like, listen, I don't feel like myself. I'm not okay. But you know what I do? I address that emotion, that feeling right then and there, okay? Listen, I'm not feeling myself. Stop. Kanisha, why are you not feeling like yourself right here? Right here, right now at this moment. I don't care if it happened at work. If I'm talking to somebody, I say, give me 1 second. And I take myself into a whole nother room and I ask myself out loud, why are you not feeling okay right now? Can you identify why you don't feel okay? Do you need to replay what just took place that made you have that trigger just cut on, that alert? What happened in that moment? These are steps I start applying to my life. I'm telling you, I want you to listen. I want you to apply this. I want you to share this video because it's going to bless someone. Okay, so let's recap because I said a lot in that little bit of time. Okay, the very first thing I do is I do not identify. I don't say that I am a depressed person. No, because that's not me. I say I'm not feeling myself. I'm having this feeling. Okay, it's an emotion. I'm not feeling myself. I'm not okay right now, but I'm not a depressed person. I do not speak that. Okay, number 2, do not be afraid to talk to a counselor. Do not be afraid to talk to a teacher, students. Do not be afraid to go to a guidance counselor. Do not be afraid to do that. Speak to someone. Speak to a loved one, someone who you love, that loves you, that have your back. Do not be afraid to talk to someone, okay? Because dealing with this in silence can be very harmful and it can increase your depression, all right? Then once you identify to say, you know what, I'm not okay. Then what I did was I stopped pretending. I stopped pretending like I was okay. If I'm in public, I'm not laughing, I'm not joking. Then when I get behind my closed doors, I'm a whole nother person. No, I have to put my mental health first. Because when I laugh and joke on the outside, you know, with other people, I want that same energy behind closed doors. When I'm behind closed doors, behind my 4 walls, I want to make sure that when I'm laughing and I'm joking, it is genuine. This is truly how I'm feeling on the inside. Okay? And again, delegate tasks. Okay? Put some things aside and put your mental health first. I stopped worrying about my career. I stopped worrying about trying to put so much money in the bank and the hustle, right? I stopped worrying about relationships and I really put my mental health first. I did. I put my mental health first. I told this in another video. I remember one time, and it's a transparent moment, guys. I was at my kitchen table with my entire family, my husband and my 3 kids. And I just totally blanked out. The depression hit me so hard that I didn't feel like myself. And it scared me so bad, right? Till my husband looked at me, he was like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay at this moment. I wasn't okay. It hit me so hard. And I knew right then and there, I have to do something about it. I have to figure out what is going on with me, right? And at the time I was so weak and so tired that I was like, I don't even know where to start. And I started prayer and I found my church and I started getting into my word. Then I started speaking about it and telling people, hey, I'm not feeling like myself. I started talking to people that I can trust, right? This is what I started doing. I started putting my mental health first. You know, people like, hey, let's go out, let's have brunch. Okay, listen, that's fine, but I want to work on my mental health first. So I'm gonna go, instead of, you know, spending money, I'm gonna keep that money, you know, in the bank. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go exercise. All right, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. All right, and then I realized that when I was working on my mental health, I couldn't be there to be the listening ear for people at that moment. I couldn't do it. And I actually told them, listen, I need a moment. I need a minute. I need to focus on myself right now. All right. I started saying no. Normalize saying no. No, I can't do that right now. I got to take care of me. All right. So when you're going through depression and you're going through anxiety, you have to put your mental health first. And I'm going to say it again. When you're going through depression, you're going through the anxiety, you're going through fear, you feel like doubt is settling in, you have to put your mental health first. All right? Write it down. Say it out loud. Hey, this is what I'm feeling. When I start expressing out loud, it really helped me to feel better. Okay? So again, I want you to put your mental health first, right? And realize showing feelings, showing emotions is normal and it's healthy. All right. And this little moment is for our kids. Understand too that our kids go through stressful moments too. You know, many people are like, oh, you kids, y'all don't have no bills, nothing, you don't go through nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. Kids go through stress as well. Have this conversation with your kids. With our young men, even our young girls, but especially our young men, we teach them they have to be all hard, right? No, baby. Teach your sons now that, hey, baby, it is okay to cry. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to feel those emotions. You're not exempt. No, baby, if you need to cry, I need you to cry. Because we don't want our young men, even our young girls, but especially our young men, to get older, become young adults, and then now they don't know how to express themselves. Now they're holding it in. Now every emotion they feel, they're dealing with it in silence. Okay? It's a domino effect. So teach them while they're young. I pray that this blessed you guys. Pray that you take your mental health serious. I pray that we begin to have this conversation on a regular and not just for, like I said, September and May. Right? And I want you to know that you're not alone. I'm here telling you right now on my channel that I have dealt with depression. I have dealt with anxiety. I have dealt with fear. Yes, I have. And I still have my moments. But when I tell you that I'm in such a healthy place now, I'm telling you right now, through this camera lens, I'm looking in your eyes, that you are going to be okay. That if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm here to lift you up. Facebook page, or sometimes I'll just text a friend like, hey, I'm checking on your mental. I have friends that's in six figures, making money, doing well, living their life. Guess what? I don't care about any of that. I will still text them or call them and say, hey, I'm checking on your mental. I know counselors too. I call them, hey, what's up, friend? I'm checking on your mental. Just a mental health check. I'm just checking on you. You can be on my Facebook page. I may not even interact with you, but if I am doing anything and you pop up in my head, I'm coming and I'm checking on your mental, because it's important that we have each other's back. It's important that we support each other. It's important that, you know, we take care of ourselves. It's important as ladies, we put so much pressure on ourselves with the latest trends, and we have to be a certain shape and we have to look a certain way. Our makeup has to be perfect, right? But we put all that aside, take the makeup off, put your hair back. I want to check on your mental. I want to make sure that when you're behind your four walls, you are happy from the inside out. That you're not at a brunch laughing and joking, making everyone laugh, dancing with your girls. But when you get behind your four walls, you don't know if you're going to wake up the next day. You feel like giving up. I'm telling you right now that there is healing. I'm telling you right now that God loves you. I'm telling you right now that you are needed and that you are here for a purpose. Okay? So I pray, guys, that this blessed you. And again, I love you and I want to see you flourish from the inside out. Share this video. Okay? Share this video with your loved ones. Okay? And last recap, just make sure, one, We're not giving depression an identity. That's not you. You're not a depressed person. We're not going to speak that. You have a feeling, you have that emotion that I'm not feeling okay, but I'm not going to say this is my identity, because it's not. Number 2, do not suffer in silence. Talk to someone. Talk to a counselor. Talk to your physician. Talk to your loved ones. Okay? Start eating more healthy. I'm telling you guys, your diet plays a lot. Drink your water. Take your walks. Journal. Write it down. All right? And find that church that's going to feed your spirit. Get into your word. All right? I'm a content creator. I love chilling with you guys. But there's a day that I shut everything off. I want my phone off. And I just get into this room here. I cut all the lights off. I just have my lights in the back. And that's my time just to relax, meditate, and just spend time with God. So guys, again, I pray that this blessed you. You know that I love you, and you know your girl got your back, all right? And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys, all right? Peace.